Yes, you just very eloquently said all of our speakers were asked to recap at the end of their talk to us about their program, their building, whatever they were introducing to us. 3 leadership principles that really affected the way that they lead every day. And one of those that resonated with me was Jan Weymouth, who, in addition to telling us the wonderful things that he's done at the Dali Museum, it reminded me that we have an incredible level of talent in our county and community. And then he talked about his previous experience where he was the chief designer for the renovation of the Louvre Museum in Paris. And he told a story that I was able to apply to my leadership life on a daily basis. He told a story of when he was in that job at the Louvre, that their initial designs called for the stone they needed for the museum to be cut not once, but twice. And this was a huge problem because they were using very historic, famous quarry in France where the stonecutters had only cut the stones once for years and years and years, and were not very excited about their request to cut the stone twice. So after a lot of back and forth, he decided what they would do is they would put the plans in a car and they would drive to the quarry with several of his engineers, and they would show the stonecutters the plans for the museum and where the rock they were cutting would be placed. And at the end of the meeting, he said, I want you to know that you're not just cutting stone, you're helping us build one of the most magnificent museums in the world. At the end of the meeting, the stonecutters agreed to cut the stone twice instead of once. He taught us that morning, if you can only connect people with the significance of their work, if you can only help them see the greater scope of what they're doing, they'll deliver more quality and more attention to detail in what they're doing. And I've carried that with me into my daily life because we work with a lot of young people around the country in jobs that may not be or seem very glamorous to them. But if I can help them connect what they're doing with a greater scope, with significance, I can help them become better leaders, and I can help us deliver a better product. That's one story of many where these leaders wrapped up their presentation to us in a way that was significant, in addition to the many encounters we had on buses and where we're sharing stories. I congratulate the Board of Directors for Leadership Pinellas in initiating this leadership-focused effort for our daily programming because it made a significance in my life and many of my classmates. Thank you.